So today we're going to talk about inductive reasoning is the process of observing data, recognizing patterns, and making generalizations about those patterns. And then we have a conjecture. Now, a lot of people do conjectures, especially when they think about ball games, sports. Okay, if you have an undefeated team, a team that's got a record of 3-0, and they're playing a team that's 0-3, what do you think is going to happen? The team that has the more wins, you're going to make the conjecture that they're going to win because they're undefeated. So they must be a pretty good team. So that's a conjecture. Okay, the Huskers. The Huskers are playing this coming week. They're 2-0. We're going to make the conjecture they're going to win because they've already won their first 2 games. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the following sequence. We're going to now look at it on the mathematical side. It says consider the sequence 2, 4, 7, 11. Make a conjecture about the rule for generating the sequence, then find the next 3 terms. I actually think it's easier maybe to find the next 3 terms. What would the next 3 terms be?
16.
Good. 16, 22, 20 what?
28.
20
No,
what?
no, it's 29.
30.
Let's go over this. So what have you done to 2 to get 4? Added 2. What have you done to 4 to get 7?
Add 3.
Added 3. What did you do to 7 to get 11?
Add 4.
Added 4. What do you do to 11 to get 16?
Add
Add 5. Then you add 6. Then you add 7. Okay? So make a conjecture about the rule. We are going to add, and we're going to add 1 in addition to whatever the previous one is. So the next one would be you would add 8. So you would just need to put that into words. Let's go ahead and look at this following on page 98. Okay, we can go ahead and go through this in class. It says, look at the sequence of shapes below. So we're on page 98. Look at the sequence of shapes below. Pay close attention to the patterns that occur in every other shape. So that means what you're doing is you're looking at every other shape. So we're looking at this one, and this one collectively. And then what we're going to do is look at this one, and this one collectively. Okay? So what patterns do I notice in the first, third, and fifth shapes? They're all circles. And what do we know about the circles? They're shaded halfway. So let's think about that. What would a conjecture for the next one be? We know it would be a circle. Where do you think it would be shaded?
On the right side.
On the right side. Very good. Yeah, for those of you that are kind of wondering why would it be shaded on the right side, well, let's look. The first one was shaded on the top. The next one was shaded on the left. The next one was shaded on the bottom. So this one's got to be shaded on the right. So it's kind of working its way counterclockwise backwards. What patterns do you notice in the second, fourth, and sixth shapes? Yeah.
You get 2 more sides.
You get 2 more sides.
And
so,
there's a dot on top.
And there's a dot on the top and 2 on the bottom. So how many sides would our next one have?
9.
9. Okay, because we've went 3 here, 5, 7. So this next one would have 9 sides. So this could be kind of interesting drawing. What do we got? 2. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we know that we're going to have a dot up here. We're going to have 2 little dots down here. So we've already drawn the next 2 shapes in the sequence. Use the patterns you discovered to draw the 25th shape. So the 25th shape, let's think about that. Here's the first shape. Here's the second shape. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So is the 25th shape going to be along the purple or the blue? The purple, because it's odd, right? And so this is a way you could do that. Would you agree that if I did the 9th shape here, it's going to be a repeat?
Yeah.
It's going to be a repeat, right? And so it's going to be a repeat like this. So how would I know which one the 25th shape is?
Oh, you can just
Yeah, you can just move. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this would be, so that would be 1, 3, 5, 7. This would be 9, 11, 13, 15. Then we're 17, 19, 21, 23. Here's what the 25th shape is going to look like. Okay. So you're just basically looking for patterns. And that says describe the 30th shape in the sequence. You do not have to draw it. So let's compare those numbers real quick. Notice I have numbers in black and I have numbers in blue. So the second shape had 3 sides. The 4th shape had 5 sides. The 6th shape had 7 sides. The 8th shape had how many sides? 9. So how many sides will the 30th shape have?
31.
So it's going to have 31 sides. We know that the bottom will have a base where it will have 2 circles here. And then the top one, the peak, is going to have a point. Okay, and you don't have to draw 31 sides. But that's all you're going to be doing today. You're going to be looking for patterns. You're going to be completing those using inductive reasoning. Questions? We have the rest of the time to work then. It's 1 through 18, 22, and 23.
That is a
Okay, and so if you look specifically at number 1, we're going to go through and do that one in class real quick to make sure we get started off on the right note. It says, on his way to the local hunting and gathering convention, cave person Stony Grok picks up a rock, drops it into the lake, and notices that it sinks. He picks up a second rock, drops it into the lake, and notices that it also sinks. He does this 5 more times. Each time the rock sinks straight to the bottom of the lake. Stony conjectures, ora nox sibnu, which translates to
Every rock sinks.
every rock sinks, or all rocks sink. Good, so that's your first part of your answer. What counterexample would Stony Grok need to find to disprove, or at least to refine, his conjecture? So what would he have to do? Find a rock that doesn't sink, find a rock that floats. Perfect. So now you should be good to go to move on to 2 and finish that. Okay, so tomorrow, that's